Hey everyone, my name is Lauren. I'm a sales associate here at Tom & Jerry's Boat Center in Mount Vernon, Washington. Today I get the pleasure of taking you through the Makaira 1000. One of the biggest questions we get is what separates the Makaira thick gauge aluminum boat versus all the other thick gauge aluminum boats in the world. Let's go find out. Today, we get the pleasure of doing a walk around on this beautiful Makaira 1000 33 model from the great country of New Zealand. We're going to basically show the hull here real quick. I'll undo the rock guards. These are standard when ordering the Makairas from New Zealand. They want to use it so it protects their beautiful paint job that they spend a lot of time doing at during the manufacturing process. The favorite part to these boats, either be the guys from Makaira, ourselves here at Tom & Jerry's, or anybody that ever comes walking up on this boat, or anybody that actually has one of these boats, is what we call the Carolina flare built into the Makaira. It's the first thick gauge aluminum boat that's actually incorporated into their hull design. It took quite a bit of engineering on their part to perfect it. This is the Generation 3, and it's very, very impressive. What that's going to do for you is basically going to allow you to have a much drier ride in all different kinds of ocean conditions. It's going to be pushing that spray off and away from the boat versus coming up and then hopefully not over the top and seeing the green room as you sometimes do in some normal straight up and down boats on their hull designs. These hulls are 8 millimeters thick, or 5/16 in the US. So they're really thick, thicker than what we're accustomed to here in the US, even on most of the thick gauge aluminum boats. The other aspect to the engineering that Makaira has done here is it might be a little hard to see it when it comes to the video and on the camera, but it's called basically barreling that they've done on the lower part of the hull from the reverse chine down, basically. And what that's doing is basically make it so there's not a flat surface here. The easiest way to kind of explain that when it comes to rideability and the smoothness of that ride is if you can kind of imagine like a flat surface hitting flat water, right? Basically that's going to hit harder. You're going to feel that more when it comes to the rideability and things of that sort. Now, if the hull is barreled a little bit more like a traditional fiberglass boat, what's going to occur is you're going to have a smoother transition into that water, into that energy side of moving the boat through those water columns, basically. And that's going to translate into a much smoother ride for you. And then obviously pushing that water up and away from the boat. Yeah, a couple more things on the hull. Just wanted to point out to you guys. This boat does come with a bow thruster for maneuverability in tight spots in the marina, high winds, that kind of situation. So that is always a nice thing to have. If you can also look down, basically, you can see the size of the reverse chine. It's definitely an oversized reverse chine. That's going to get you up on step and create, again, a much rideable boat. From there, I kind of want to basically kind of point you guys to take a look at this trailer that's custom made by Makaira. So this trailer is from New Zealand. Makaira designed it with some pretty intense engineering aspects on this thing. We're pretty accustomed to Kong trailers, easy load trailers around here. This thing is, it's on steroids. It's something that you just don't normally see when it comes to their boat. And these trailers come with all their boats too, not just their 33. Basically, even starting at their 25-foot boat, you get a trailer just like this too. So you got no worries about going down the road. You got no worries if somebody's gonna hit you accidentally or you run into something with the trailer. This trailer is gonna win that match. So it's pretty impressive stuff. Quite another, you can just kind of get, again, just the engineering that Makaira uses. Coming down this way on the boat, we can really see the paint job on these guys. The fit and finish on this, it's unbelievable. You basically, there's not an imperfection, there's nothing on this. It's beautiful. Most people, the first time they walk up to this thing or walk up to any of the Makaira models, they actually don't even think it's an aluminum boat, right? They believe it's a fiberglass boat, just due to how clean and smooth and beautiful this paint job is. So that's always kind of I think Makaira always uses that as a compliment because of just what they do here, that people mistaken this for a fiberglass boat. So take that as a compliment for sure, especially again with that Carolina flare. So let's continue moving down. We'll head back to the back of the boat here towards the stern and the transom. This boat was ordered with the big boy Mercury 350 Verado V10 option. So this boat has no problem getting up on step. I believe on the performance test that we did on this guy, we got right around 3,500 RPMs, a cruising speed of about 30 miles an hour, which is pretty impressive. So pretty low fuel burn at that point too. Calculate that out, I believe with this boat holds 260 gallons of fuel. You're getting about a 350, 400 nautical mile range of capacity running with this engine package and the fuel capacity this boat has. Obviously for us here in the Great Pacific Northwest, we love to have our kickers. Went with the 25 here with the power thrust of the Merc. So that thing's gonna push this boat along just fine. Worst case scenario, if you did smoke both lowers on the big boys, this thing will get you home. So no issues there. Oh, also on this boat, standard, not an option, but standard now, is they're adding the Seakeeper Ride system. Which, if you haven't heard of Seakeeper Ride, it's a stabilizing system basically that reduces roll and pitch while you're cruising. It's a pretty amazing piece of technology that's came about. Yeah, pretty neat stuff versus the traditional trim tabs that we've accustomed to. So I think from here, we're probably gonna step up into the pilot house and take a look at the cockpit. All right, we're here. This is where all the fun happens, right guys? So this is the dance floor cockpit of the Makaira 1033. Basically moving from here, aside from what I'm sitting on, moving to the back of the stern. Basically, you can see there's two large fish boxes that both go to macerators. They're huge. Basically, you can put yellowfin tuna can go in those things basically. So from there, we're moving back. We can see on the gunnels, we got Makaira rod holders and we have the Burnwinds put in. These guys come, obviously, if you're not familiar with the Burnwinds, all kinds of accessories work on these guys, from your rod holders, your downriggers, Scotties, cannons, you name it. Even pop pullers can go into these guys. So, or even additional cutting boards. So basically endless options to be able to work with the Burnwind system. So really cool stuff there. We have the oversized cleats, foldable. So nice and clean. So when they're not in use, they won't be caught on anything. Fishing net, towels, other additional mooring lines, things of that sort. So pretty smart there. Makaira put in what they call U-deck. That's basically what you're seeing on here is the high density polymer foam on here. A lot of times we call it C-deck, there's King deck, there's other names for it, but it's real popular in the boating world right now. Makes it a lot easier on your feet and your back after long days on the sea. They do come all the way down, so you do get a bit of a bolster. So when you're up against it, nice and soft like that, you're not banging your knees or anything like that, trying to get bruises. So that's pretty cool. If we move back here, basically, again, we got cutting board on top of live well, which is pretty slick, pretty simple. You can straight in there. Okay. From there and underneath, obviously we got rod holders and things of that sort back here too. We kind of get into like more of the battery systems, things of that sort. 2 starting batteries for the mains. Battery, here's your panels. So basically they do theirs a little bit different, but it's pretty cool. They have an isolated house and then they have their engines here. With this boat, the house is on a lithium battery and the 2 starting batteries are AGM. So definitely didn't cut any corners there when it comes to your battery system. Pretty slick. Come over to the other side here and you can see this is the blue lithium for the house and this is your management system here. Super clean rigging though, pretty straightforward. You got access to all the different things in here, even your water separator and fuel filters. So they do a really good job with that. Makes sense. Again, easy for the end consumer to be able to take care of some of their stuff of their own boat. So pretty cool. On those hot days, get a little greasy, get a little dirty, they did incorporate a shower. So, and there is, you do have hot water on this boat, so it does not have to be coming straight from the ocean and super cold or anything of that sort. So that's kind of a nice little option. Of course, right next to it, you do have your raw water wash down. So again, for washing your deck down, things of that sort, even filling up different things, you can use that. From here, we'll move over to the aft station. Basic for any type of your fishing needs. The kicker is done to a tie bar, so you will be running that. You do have controls for your mains here. This is their digital system for the Mercury motor, the Verados. Here's your kicker control. You've got you got bow thruster back here, engine start here, and your safety lantern here. And just because they like to have a little zone for what they like to call rubbish, or we call garbage. That's actually kind of nice, because a lot of times it's kind of an overlooked thing on a boat, is basically having a designated spot for garbage. Yeah, so that's pretty slick. Good stuff, I like that. We move over to here to the bench seats. Really big size bench seats, super comfortable. Definitely room for a couple people. Be able to sit back here. Pretty amazing view. You got line sights of all your fishing rods, all the gear, seeing the engines, all that good stuff. So super comfortable. And from there, what you can do too is there's storage underneath this guy. And there is a 12-volt power under here, because even in New Zealand, a lot of guys around here starting to use like those Dometic coolers. So you could plug one of those coolers in, whether it be for refrigeration, for a freezer, or even a dual zone system. Those can be stored under there, and it gives you a little bit more of cold storage versus the refrigerator that we also have inside, or an ice chest out here on the deck. Also from here, you can see, okay, this is the flip open window. Pretty slick actually. Has a little guy right there, so it won't come down even if you're running. This allows people to be up in the pilot house, and also people back here fishing or just hanging out, but you feel like you're still part of like the same conversation possibly, or enjoying the same environment with two different parts of the boat, two different zones of the boat basically. Makes it pretty slick. We do have a shore power plug here, so that is also incorporated into the boats. I don't know if we saw, we do have some cup holders out here also. And then there's this guy here. I can show you how it works. Basically, you flip this little guy, okay? So it's an accordion style door for the bulkhead, right? So it can be as a single and stored and locked, or it can be opened all the way up and then it goes into a locking position there on that rear aft station. And it gives you a nice big walkthrough, even for a couple people to pass each other, plenty of room in there. So, and it's really nice, especially that this is windows. They put a window here also for visibility for the captain to be able to look back for zero blind spots. So great visibility in this boat. All right, now we're gonna be moving into the pilot house. Here on the right-hand side, we can see we have our galley set up here. We have a 2-burner cooktop. We have a microwave here. These are electric, so there is an inverter on board. This is our stainless steel sink here. We got our stainless steel sink here. Pretty good size, actually. Yeah, really good size. I think that's great. Again, the microwave. Now, all this stuff in here, all the stuff, including the drawers and all this kind of stuff, this is all made in-house at Makaira in New Zealand. So, you know, no wood to go bad of any sort like that. Yeah, so really cool. Again, the paint they do in here, really unbelievable. They're fit and finish. It's just a step above. It really is. Underneath here, underneath the dinette, basically, we do have an aft berth, and it might be a little hard to see. It might be a little hard to see what's going on because it's kind of dark down there, and we don't have any light. But that is enough room for a couple adults to sleep down there. So definitely good and spacious. Okay, so we're moving on from the rear aft berth, basically, moving up to the dinette. Plenty of room here for 4 people to hang out. Nice and roomy. A little bit more up on the back stern one. Four cup holders up here. Super secure. It's not going anywhere. You know, that's a good sized table there. Now we're kind of moving into the captain's chair. It is a bolstered chair. So you can basically either stand and drive, which they really like to do in New Zealand, with this up against your back, and it's actually pretty comfortable. Or yeah, you do have a way to basically sit and go with that there. So that's pretty cool. Again, we've got main throttle controls here, and we have all your control switches for all your different things that are on the boat. Obviously, we've got our 16-inch Garmin up here to take care of all that. I did forget to mention, there's a 14-inch Garmin on the back there for fishing and whatnot. Here's your heater. This is your Wallace heater control here. This is your battery management system, your Garmin VHF, front control for bow thruster, on and off keys, and then all your different switches for basically wipers to bilge pumps to you name it, it's all up here basically. There is a secondary switch panel too that we kind of passed. It's right back here as you come back around. And this is for like the pumps for the fish boxes, your courtesy lights, electric reels, things of that stuff. For basically anything on the back of the cockpit, these ones here will control also. So that's pretty cool. Kind of separates that stuff. So bear with us here. Going to kind of crawl down in here. But so we do have a 12-volt refrigerator. Good size, Dometic. Okay. And then under this guy here, we have a very large storage area. The cool thing about this though is you can actually see some of the on the welding and things of that sort on their construction. So that's pretty cool. 3,000 watt inverter, your on and off switch, your AC unit, and a black water holding here. So I believe from the manufacturer this boat can also be rigged with a Seakeeper, the gyro system. I'm not exactly sure, but I do believe it might go in there. So continuing down, well, one thing before we go down below there, take a look at the V-berth and the stuff down there, is we need to kind of pay attention to the view and the line of sight of this boat with that one piece of glass windshield and how it kind of goes and wraps around, how the lines of the boat work. When you're driving this boat, there's very, very little restriction on your visibility. Everything's here. You can see basically your rail system out to the gunnel. You can see your anchor point to the front of the bow. And you can get a pretty good line of sight over to your port side. And really, when we're looking back as a driver, as a captain, I don't have a blind spot here. Completely open over there to the port side. So really amazing visibility on this boat when it comes to driving it, because it is a good sized boat, but having that visibility is going to make that much easier when it comes to docking in a marina or any type of tight situation that you'd be dealing with. So pretty cool. Good job on their part. Up above here real quick too, you can see there's a Fusion stereo, so that can Bluetooth into your smartphone. So yeah, let's kind of head down. We'll take a look here kind of at the closet head. Might be a little tricky. We're gonna have to let you guys come in here. All right, so we've moved down here into the V-berth. This boat was currently ordered with the 4-bunk setup. It can be ordered with a single bed as like more of a queen kind of V-berth, but this is the way this one's been basically ordered. Behind here, we have access to all of our wiring harnesses to the helm, Garmin unit, steering, and all that good stuff there. So as we move forward, basically again, all nice and cushions, whatnot, and you do have storage under these right here. So again, more storage. All the way up front there, you got your anchor, access to your anchor locker. You do have your, you got your hatch here that you can basically have access to and from to the bow, or for some fresh air basically when you're sleeping at night. We have a couple of rocker switches here when it comes to controlling the lights. And yeah, they're actually pretty good size. We'll get up in here and kind of show you. I'm 5'10", so, so plenty of room, super comfy. Nice line, carpeted line ceiling here, so makes that nice and quiet, nice and comfortable. Don't have to worry about condensation, things of that at night. with all the mouth breathers that we are as fishermen. So yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of here and we'll probably step forward. When it comes to Makaira's attention to detail, it's bar none above the rest. If you guys are interested in these boats, you're curious about them, we do offer sea trials on the Makairas, give us a call. Again, my name is Lauren. Give us a ring at 466-9955 or stop on by our location here and we can take you through the Makaira boats and show you what they're all about. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and hope to talk to you guys soon. Take care. Short. And then I kind of want to transition to the trailer because the front of the trailer and through here is obviously showing the beefiness of this damn thing. It's freaking ridiculous, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a custom-made trailer from Makaira that they engineered through. The thing's crazy. It's like the gnarliest trailer I've ever seen, you know? It's pretty intense.